I remember clearly when my most important spiritual teacher asked me the following question: have you ever thought and meditated on the word development? After pondering for some time, he enlightened me. Development means that something that is rolled up is unwrapped like an analog film. The thin, light-sensitive material called film, which already contains all the images, is processed with chemicals to bring it to full beauty. When the developed film is later placed in a projector, it can become a wonderful movie. In biology, the development and transformation of a living being over a long time is called evolution. Evolution can also take place in space or in human cultures. Modern Darwinian evolutionary theory attributes all development to purely material causes. By reproduction or replication, copies of something existing are produced. These copies, so Darwin, differ by random variation. Only the best adapted copies survive. Modern evolutionary theory cannot explain exactly how the first life arose. The mystery of how biological cells could have evolved from amino acids in the next act remains unsolved to this day. Do you believe that living things can arise from something that is not alive? Can the miracle of man have arisen only by chance, randomly, without a higher plan? Alfred Russel Wallace developed essential basic ideas of the theory of evolution at the same time and in many points in agreement with Charles Darwin. He contradicted Darwin decidedly that the development of life is to be owed only to the coincidence and said, I endeavored to show, by considering the structure of the bird feeder and the marvelous transformation of the higher insects, that there is an absolute necessity for an organizing and directing principle of life to make possible such complex outgrowth. I argue that first they necessarily imply a creative force that made these miracles possible, next a directing spirit that is required for what we call growth, and often understand as a process so simple and natural that it needs no explanation. And last but not least, there must be a purpose for the existence of the whole vast world of life on its long journey of evolution through the eons of geological time. For this purpose, which alone illuminates many mysteries of its evolution, I consider the development of human being as the one crowning result of the whole cosmic process of life evolution. The human being is the only being who can understand nature to some extent, who can perceive and follow her moods of action, who can appreciate the hidden forces and movements active everywhere and derive from them a supreme and superior spirit as its necessary cause. There is an evolutionary plan for the spiritual development of human beings. Just as there is an evolutionary plan in the DNA that produces our body as a child to an adult, so there must be such a plan on the spiritual level as well. The miracle human being was developed over a long period of time, and there must be a plan for this. This plan is rolled up like a film, and we are about to open it. It is a plan of the highest spiritual hierarchies and the plan of God. We know what detailed plans we humans need just to build houses and cars. The spiritual development of human being to God realization is the great evolution. Behind this is the plan of God. there is a long way to go. Besides the material evolution, which is studied by natural science, there is a spiritual evolution. This has been presented by the spiritual seers, the initiates of all times. Let's conclude with Charles Darwin because he said something surprising. I have never denied the existence of God. I believe that the theory of evolution is absolutely reconcilable with the belief in God. The impossibility of proving and comprehending that the beyond all measure great universe, as well as the human being, have become by coincidence what they are, seems to me the main argument for the existence of God.